Racers Marshall Pruett. Qualifying is done for the Sancio Car Protection, Auto Protection Grand Prix of Wisconsin and Greater Kettle Moraine area. Colton Herta, welcome back to pole position. Great session for him. Also his teammate Kyle Kirkwood didn't get to play all the way through. We'll get to that in just a second. And yet another member of Andretti Autosport, Devlin DeFrancesco. Super fast, got into that fast 12 too. So high excellence for Andretti Autosport for sure. Great to see Colton getting back into a groove. It's been strange not seeing him on pole all the time, on podiums and winning. So maybe he can turn that around here. Good on him. Right behind him, I should say right next to him, his former Indy Lights teammate, frequent protagonist, Pato O'Ward. P2 for the Arrow McLaren team in that Chevy. So we got a Honda and a Chevy on the front row. Who do we have right behind them? Championship leader Alex Palou, Chip Ganassi Racing, another Honda, and so on and so forth. Joseph Newgarden really gave Team Penske a little bit of something to cheer about. Spun on his final lap, trying really hard to get in. Kyle Kirkwood in the mix as well, as we mentioned. Lost his motor at the end of the Fast 12 qualifying session, so he did not get to run, so he'll start 6th, but good on him. But altogether, Alexander Rossi in there too. Pretty compelling run here. Unfortunately, the red flag, I believe, was thrown just at the very end of the Fast 12. Colton got that lap time down to a 140.1. Absolute lap record held by Dario Franchitti of a 139.8. So got within a super tiny amount of setting a new track record. Kind of wish we'd let things go to see if Colton could indeed set that record, but nonetheless, here we are. Really impressive performance by everybody. But what else can we talk about from qualifying? Well, we got Will Power, who's got fists and wants to introduce them to Romain Grosjean and the people who take care of the track here at Road America. And he said he wanted to punch Grosjean. No, somebody should punch Grosjean. I think we can reasonably understand he was the somebody in that suggestion. He didn't say he wanted to punch Scott Dixon, but you kind of felt like he would if he could after their clash this morning. A Will Power wanting to vent, which I seem to recall he did here last year as well. That's a pretty powerful thing. So hopefully young William from Australia will have a chance to take a breath, maybe drink an adult beverage, breathe and get back to a sense of normalcy. We did get something that, albeit 12 years later, car number 12 driver gave us something that was delightful, and that was a return to the double birds. That's right. The middle finger extension still works for Will Power. There's a really amazing team owner there. Mr. Dempsey, how you doing, brother? Doing Marshall, great stuff. Yeah, look at this. This is a turn 3 guy. Yeah. He was like pretty amazing USF championships presented by Cooper Tire Driver back in the day.
Now and again,
but now he's running teams and trying to do big things there. But let's close on this and try not to get run. Well, it'd be kind of funny if I got run over, but hopefully nobody else. Had some other adversity beyond. So Scott Dixon and his best friend Will Power starting pretty close to each other towards the back of the field. Dixon, more issues in qualifying, spun, wasn't able to make it through. Car balance was off, went to a new chassis, didn't really have time to get it set up perfectly, so some issues there. Mentioned Newgarden making it through for the Fast 6, but indeed the rest of Team Penske, not a whole lot of fun for what they were able to get done here and get completed. Good job by Rinus VeeKay in qualifying. New teammate Ryan Hunter-Reay spun. He'll be starting at the back. So I tell you, so far we've had a Friday that was completely clean and normal, nothing to talk about, boring as heck. And then today everybody loses their damn mind. 5 red flags, 6, I don't know, I'm losing track, but was told by NBC super stats guru Russ Thompson that there was something like 19 red flags, through free practice 2 this morning, and I think he said like 13 of them are from Detroit through Road America. So yeah, that red flag might need to get replaced before we finish this weekend. But other than that, hopefully nobody's going to get punched, although Will Power's kind of shoving of Scott Dixon seemed to make some headlines on major sporting outlets that don't normally give a crap about IndyCar, but that's not totally unfamiliar to how things work. But Colton Herta, welcome back to where you belong. He and Pato O'Ward rolling up the hill tomorrow to start this 55-lap race side by side. If there are no fireworks from that, I will be extremely surprised. And there are a bunch of hungry drivers behind them trying to get P1 off of them. And we have some rockets towards the back of the pack, the Dixons, the Powers, and so on, who are going to be doing everything in their power to rectify their poor qualifying positions. So I do not think we are in for another boring race. I hope we don't have any red flags, but I feel like there might be plenty of yellows. But we'll come back tomorrow, run this race, find out, see who leaves here with the championship lead, and if somebody gets on the board with a brand new win for the first time in 2023. This is AJ Foyt Racing, Santino Ferrucci, AKA Fast Like a Bunny. Hey, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Indy 500, the Foyt team excelled, showed its true capabilities. We don't always expect that on road and street courses, but you and your young rookie teammate Benjamin Peterson are changing expectations. P10 and P11 for the two of you here at Road America. Tell me about that, son. This is coming together.
Yeah, it's, we knew we'd be good at the Speedway. When we started at Thermal with the road course car, we were kind of nowhere. Now you get to here, we're inside the top 10, or at least one of the cars are.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll take 11th. It's not terrible. But we didn't burn a set of sticker blacks for our run. Benjamin chose to run, so he doesn't have 3 new sets for the race tomorrow. I just stuck to the red tire and kind of sailed it in. And our car, we're still missing a little bit here and there, but all in all, considering where we started, now we're here.
Tell me about this number 14 Chevy team of yours. A lot of changes on the engineering side, a lot of great continuity. I know you're new to the team, but a lot of continuity on the mechanical and crew side, but it seems like everything you wanted. Season's moving along, team is gelling and getting more. It seems like that's happening. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where consistency is key. Our season as a whole actually hasn't been that bad as to what it looks like on the timing and scoring sheets. We were good in St. Pete. We just caught up in the crash. Texas, we had a clutch failure. Long Beach, 11th. Yeah. Barber, we were struggling. That's a given. That's where we're turning this around. Indy GP, running in the top 15. Wheel came off. 500 was solid. Detroit, we were not good either. So, and then you come to here, and we're back to being solidly inside the top 15, top 10. And, I think our race car's always been a little bit stronger than our Q car. So, excited to see what that brings tomorrow.
Let's close on this. So, what you've mentioned, hey, we were really good here and a little weak there, and that fluctuation's part of the ride. No driver wants to go through it, right?
No.
You want to be on pole at every race and win every race, but when you're rebuilding like this team is doing, you have to accept that sine wave is kind of part of the deal. Tell folks about keeping your spirits up and keeping the team spirits up on the down days.
Yeah, obviously, look at Detroit, man. We were nowhere, a couple laps down, both cars, just struggling, and, we just sat down after the weekend and go, all right, how many things did we do wrong, and what did we actually do right? And, you go through the list, you make notes, you make changes. We come here and, we just keep building off of our past bad experiences. And, give you an example, the only thing we've changed all weekend long here is springs. That's it. That's it. Set of springs. We ran the same car in practice too. We made a slight adjustment for Q1 to Q2 because we didn't get a chance to run it in practice too, and figured Q1 was a great chance to try something really small, and I just didn't really like it. But there's not a lot of change. We rolled out of the trailer really strong, which is wanting to be the goal. So, and on those down weekends, you just pull everybody together and say, hey, look, we were good at this place. We're building. We're going to get there, and we're just proving that. We're backing that up.
And he's grown like a foot since qualifying 11th, which is amazing. So I'm having to look up to him now. So everything's on the upswing here. Santino Ferrucci and the AJ Foyt Racing team.